Some others are going to have something to say about it, but these two teams, similar in a lot of ways. This should be a classic way to start 15, or actually 12-5A.
Canyon's coming off a huge win over the rival. New Braunfels' own Harry Hassman had a big game. The junior wide receiver, a go-to guy for the Cougs.
Well, he was doubled a lot last week, Don, and still made a ton of huge impact plays for these Cougars. No longer a secret. Harry Hassman has the size, he's got the speed, he's got the hands. He's their dude on offense.
And speaking of receivers, on the champion side, he's the 21 district newcomer of the year. All district as a DB last year. Sawyer Bolly is a great athlete.
Yeah, Bolly is truly a guy that can do it all. Started his career as a safety. He's still going to play safety tonight, but the coaching staff at Boerne Champion is like, look, how do we get this guy involved in the offense? He's such a dynamic guy when he's got his ball, or he's got his hands on the ball. Sawyer Boley is not only a guy that can get it done on the field, he can get it done in the classroom too, getting a lot of looks from the Ivy Leagues.
All right, when we come back, we'll hear from the head coaches. It's our keys to the game, Canyon and Champion on TNL. Welcome back to Boerne, Texas. TNL, the Canyon Cougars taking on the Boerne Champion Chargers. Right now it's time for our Gomez Law Firm keys to the game, and we start tonight with those Canyon Cougs. Chuck, Nate Leonard, what's he got?
Well, they would like to start fast, Don, because they have started slowly on both sides of the ball in each of their first 3 ball games, yet they're sitting here with a 2-1 record. And taking a page out of Jeff Traylor's book, his old coach, don't eat the cheese, coming off a huge win over rival New Braunfels, and then they want to be objectively based in everything that they do and execute.
Nate Leonard is a walking soundbite. Here he is.
Nothing builds confidence more than winning. And so, yes, we do love the success that we're having, but at the same time, we're taking an objective-based approach to everything we do. We don't want to be too high. We don't want to be too low. We don't want to lean too hard into our emotions. We want to know what our job is, know how to get it done, and then execute it on Friday nights.
Blaine Ellis is in his first year as head coach here at Champion. He's been on the staff, though, a decade. What are his keys, Chuck?
Well, they don't want to give the Cougs any more cracks at the football if they can avoid it, so they want to protect it, play smart, and then they want to win the explosive game. They've got some really talented dudes in their skill positions. Hopefully we'll see a few of those tonight.
Here's Blaine Ellis.
We talk a lot about believe it can be done in every moment, and we talk about a high level of execution and playing at an elite level. And so each week we look to go 1-0, and that's been our mentality all year, and I think that's what's gotten us to where we're at right now.
All right, the weather is holding off for the moment. The national anthem is next. Kickoff not too far away. We're coming back with kickoff of TNL.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steel Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation, Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio.
All right, closing in on kickoff here as the teams have taken the field. And we are getting ready for our national anthem as the teams are lining up. A lot of excitement for this one here in the district kickoff game. Both teams coming in riding high off Canyon's win over New Braunfels, and champion, of course, undefeated. And as we get ready to sing our national anthem, we'll turn it over to our public address announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to have everyone stand and please remove your hats as we prepare for the presentation of tonight's colors. But first, we would like to ask everyone pause for this moment of silence. Thank you. Tonight's presentation of colors is by the champion, Air Force JROTC.
Coverage of tonight's national anthem is sponsored by the Vietnam Army Grunt Museum. Game Time Weather is sponsored by Air and Plumbing Today.
Welcome back. It is time for our Air and Plumbing Today Game Time Weather. Temperature 87 with the wind at 8 miles an hour. About 20 minutes ago it was 80, so that cold wind that blew through was momentarily. And still much improved over that 102 or 153, was it last week?
Amen to that. Yeah, and the wind was blowing a lot harder about a half hour ago, but it has died down a little bit. And there is a wind, though, if you're looking at your television screen, which would be left to right, unless, of course, you're on the other side of the field. But it'll be interesting to see if that dictates how these coaches call this game, especially early, based on what's happening with the wind.
Yeah, it's going to be a miracle if we get through this without a delay tonight. But we sure would prefer that. Remember, the protocol is if there is a strike of any kind within a 10-mile radius, that's an automatic 30-minute delay, and that clock restarts with every subsequent strike. And Stan Leach, the great AD here in Boerne, is in the booth with his Perry Weather hand monitor, and everybody's first priority is the protection of these kids and fans here in the stands, and so we will see how it plays out.
Take a look at the officials that we have here tonight. Ron Isker and company.
Well, we've talked about, and we will continue to talk about the size of that Canyon offensive line. Number 75 there, just one indicator of what we're in for tonight.
Yeah, they've got some very big fellas up front, Don, and even like their center who's 290, the guy's a power lifter. So you would expect Nate Leonard, an old offensive lineman, to have himself a really good offensive line. I don't think there's any question. It's the strength of his football team.
There's Nate Leonard. You might recognize that face. He was the face of the very beginnings of UTSA football. One of the original 12, and would often sport a bow tie. He said he's now in his 30s, so he's gone with a necktie now. Not the bow tie, but what a personality. Here's Nate back at UTSA back in the day.
Yeah, he'd wear the bow tie, though, with a T-shirt.
Yeah.
So it was a caveat. And elite level interview, voice of the team, guy as quick of a quip as there's ever been known to man. So we were very fortunate to be able to catch up with old Nate this week, and you know how he's matured as a young man, married now, has a 3-year-old daughter, and really enjoys coaching. There it is. Okay, that's actually one where we actually had a collared shirt, but we were running through some UTSA file video the other day, and we saw a lot of Nate back in the day talking in front of the cameras. Still elite at it.
Oh, man, just he loved to talk to the cameras, and we loved hearing from him because he was, like I said, an automatic soundbite. It's time for our Rhino Roofers first half kickoff. Canyon will be doing the honors, and Champion will have it first. Kick is fielded at about the 3 and right up the middle and breaking it across the 30, almost down to the 35-yard line is a nice return by the Chargers.
Mr. Boley.
Sawyer Boley. We talked about him pregame.
Yeah, we'll be seeing that guy with his hands on the ball a lot tonight, and a step or two away from taking that one to the house.
Jordan Ballin is the quarterback. He's a 2-year starter. Already has 798 yards on the season. And a lot of big-time coaches on this Charger staff. A lot of UTSA connections. Former UTSA quarterback Josh Atkins, former UTSA offensive coordinator Kevin Brown. we take a look at our player profile from the Texas Kidney Foundation, 3-year letterman, 2-year starter, also plays baseball. We get a look at him right here on first down. There's the handoff up the middle, and after a penalty, they're backed up to the 12-yard line. Here's a look at that offensive line. They're going quick. We'll tell you about them in a bit. As they snap it on 2nd down and 5. No gain as that one gets back to about the line of scrimmage. And we'll call it a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. As Cole Rhea had the ball on the carry.
They call him Mr. Everything, and so far it has been him on everything.
It goes across the middle, and it's broken up. Nice play on the back end by Duke Nagy, the 5'7" senior.
Well, that's already a win for New Braunfels Canyon, Don. Again, they've given up touchdowns in all 3 of their games, or given up points in all 3 of their games here to start the season. So to come off the field with a 3 and out, you know Nate Leonard's going to like that.
Hassman stands at his 50. And it looks like he'll be able to return this one. He brings it in. Makes one man miss, but didn't really miss because the champion Chargers were there to make a tackle. That's Cash Hill, and he did a good job of making a solo tackle in space.
Yeah, Hassman's not exactly an easy guy to do that on. Cashing in.
So now we'll see that big offensive line of your Canyon Cougars. With that Tate Davis, Luke Smith, Polanulu, Blake Zeller, and Diego Sanchez up front. Reese Dietrich is your quarterback. Transfer in here from Austin Westlake. 1st and down, he hands right up the middle to one of many backs that we will see tonight. Roman McPhail there on the carry. Jackson Reagan, the sophomore, had 227 all-purpose yards last week. He will get lots of carries as you look at the full lineup. It is 2nd down and 9. Bring a man in motion and hand him in the middle, right up the gut again, and it goes to Reagan again. And nice pickup on the play as we take a look at the defensive side of the ball for Boerne Champion. Gage Goldberg leads the way at linebacker, number 99. If that name sounds familiar, we'll get into that in a bit. 3rd down and short, 3rd down and about 3. They go back up the middle. They give it to their bell cow. I think he's got it with the forward progress, and that is Jackson Reagan. I'm going to mark him short. It's going to be 4th down and about a foot, and they're going to go quick. They sneak it, and they get it with the quarterback. Flags fly pre-snap, so may have gone too early or may have had offsides.
Yeah, it looked like they moved a little bit, and of course we're wrong.
Ron Isker's crew here tonight, so that'll push it forward for a San Antonio Zoo 1st down.
You know, the scouting report on New Braunfels Canyon is they're not going to do anything a whole lot that looks super flashy, but they're really good at what they do, especially in small spaces.
Pitch to the outside to the 30, bulling his way to the 25, and across the 25 is Hassman. It'll be 2nd and 2, and until Nate Leonard has been coaching some offense. He was the coordinator here last couple of years with Deuce Adams, who's going to Louisville. It's a very potent offense. Straight drop. Now scrambling, now firing. Has a man, had 2 guys in the same area. Tipped and incomplete. Adams was a really special player that we saw last year. Committed to Louisville. Thought we'd see him here tonight, but in the offseason he transferred to Austin Vandergrift. But they have high hopes for him with the Louisville Cardinals. He wants to follow in the steps of Lamar Jackson.
I really like Reese Dietrich on that play. Calm and cool with the pocket collapsing, and even look pretty much all over the field trying to find somebody.
Here's the handoff
Look
right
out.
up the middle. Busted to the 5. Touchdown Reagan. Touchdown Cougars. 6 plays, 46 yards, and just like that, New Braunfels Canyon picks up right where they left off a week ago against the rival Unicorns, and they lead it 6-0.
You know, nothing simple or nothing too terribly thought of on that play, right? Just give it to your guy and let him go. Got a big bust over there in the A-gap, and Braunfels punches it in first. Canyon, that is.
The kick is up, the kick is good, and the Cougars lead it 7-0.
Back here in Boerne, we have our presenting sponsor, Representative Matt Powell. It's Matt Squared here on the sideline, so I can never get enough Matts. Matt, how are you today?
I'm doing so well, Matt. Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be out here in Boerne.
And why is the Gomez Law Firm consistently trying to give back and be a sponsor just like you are here at TNO?
Well, look, we're out here to be a part of this community, right? I grew up right out here in Boerne. I played right here on this football field, and it's an honor to be back now. Football is so important to the community, and it's really important to us to sponsor those things that this community loves to see.
And you're back here in Boerne, and Mr. Gomez, he's from San Antonio. Tell me a little bit about the connection that you guys have to San Antonio and the community.
Well, that's really across the whole firm. Mr. Gomez has been in San Antonio his entire life. Most of the lawyers in the firm are from San Antonio. We just opened the doors on a new office here in San Antonio, state of the art, that's going to keep us in this community for a long time. It's an honor to be here.
And you guys are consistently trying to get out into the community. What makes Gomez Law Firm different than other law firms around the community here?
Well, just like we care about this community, Matt, we care about the people that are in it, right? When you come to the Gomez Law Firm, you're never going to get a voicemail. You're never going to get the runaround. You're going to hear from your lawyer. You're going to hear from your staff. You're going to get to know them, and you're going to feel like you're a part of our family. When you're looking for a lawyer, you're not just looking for somebody with a law degree. You want somebody who is going to fight for you, and that's my promise now, that we'll fight for the people of this community.
Good, because I hate voicemails. Don, Chuck, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Matt. Carry goes forward for about 6 yards for the champion Chargers. That's Reha on the carry.
And these guys coming off 2 very physical ball games, but just the way Coach Blaine Ellis likes it.
Here's Ballin to Reha. Reha busts this one up the middle, turns, takes a shot right at the stick, but he's passed it by about 1.5 yards. That's going to move the sticks, and it's going to be another San Antonio Zoo first down.
It looks like Duke Nagy likes to hit people. Hello.
Ball's loose. And the Chargers jumped back on it. That'll set up second down. We'll call it 11.
Yeah, you like to play fast, you like to go fast, but first thing you got to do is make sure you secure the ball when you're trying to play swiftly. Very fortunate to get that one back.
Following the shotgun. Changing that play. Drops back, looks, fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Luke Bell, the sophomore. And it's a turnover for those Canyon Cougars.
Well, heavy duress for Ballin in the pocket. Ball's tipped, and Luke Bell does not miss his opportunity to create a turnover. So back-to-back plays by this Canyon defense where they had a chance to get the football, and 50% is pretty darn good on the ratio. Nice work.
They'll have good field position for the second straight possession as the celebration continues on the bench for the defense. Here is Reese Dietrich with his offensive group. Brings Jackson Kunze in motion, gonna try to strike quickly, going on the deep ball, and it's broken up at the end. Good coverage down there by the Chargers.
Look who it is, Mr. Boley. Check that one, almost like a wide receiver too, right? Had great inside leverage too, and nice ball downfield, take advantage of the wind at the back. Or the Cougs that time taking a deep shot.
Hassman had a couple steps on him, but nice closing job there by Boley. Second down and 10, they go in motion again. Quarterback keep, I don't know if it was a bust or not. Taking a shot up the middle is Dietrich, but he picks up a nice gain of about 5. Let's take a look at our Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions Smile Cam. The Charger Spirit Group's out, having a good time, a nice and cool night as getting a break from that brutal heat for the first time in months. 4 wide, 2 on each side. Third down and 5. In motion comes Inman, fires on the slant. That ball is caught. Nice job of hanging onto it in traffic by Jackson Kunze. He was blanketed there, but that'll move the sticks for another San Antonio Zoo first down.
You're not kidding. Really tight window to throw the football because Brogan Dempsey was right there. You just can't execute it any better if you're New Braunfels Canyon.
New set of downs for the Cougs. Here comes Dietrich, hands up the middle. Good 4-yard gain on first down. That's Daniel Bastian, the senior. They've got 3 running backs they like, including Elias Gonzalez, Baston, and of course we've already seen Jackson Reagan score the touchdown. They'll all get touches here tonight. Doing it by committee. Bastion, a big physical back.
Yeah, and he was actually out last week, Don, with a sore muscle, so they're glad to have him back. But look at Champion coming up and play beyond the line of scrimmage.
Nice play on the interior there by the linebacking core, and that's Brandon Karbowski.
Is it too early to call him the big Karbowski? Look at that's just a man-sized play. Fire in the hole.
Tackle them both. Third down and 10.
Just to make sure, right?
Dietrich under pressure, fires to the outside, has a man caught. Another dime on third down for the conversion. Good route, good throw, good catch by Ryder Hopper.
Ryder just doing a little down and out. Ball delivered right on time, and that's a first down for New Braunfels Canyon, who's threatening to stick it in again after they scored on their last possession.
Gonna have a hard time keeping up with Ryder. He's a regional champion in track. 4x1 and 2. Dietrich to throw again. Can't find anybody, takes a shot. And that's being ruled incomplete. But boy, how about the poise by the junior Reese Dietrich here?
Yeah, hanging in the pocket as long as he can, trying to buy his guys some time to get open. Boy, he took a shot there at the end.
Almost completed it. Second down and 10. Again, he's a transfer from Austin Westlake, and you can see he's had some good fundamental training. As he swings it out to the outside, going nowhere. Good swarm tackling by the champion Chargers. Patrick Price over there with his teammates.
Yeah, Sawyer Boley again, all over the field, 15, showing us a little bit of everything so far here this evening. The champion doing a really good job staying at home. A lot of guys saw this one coming. Good blocking outside, but the ball went back inside. 4 Chargers were having none of it.
So Dietrich's completed 2 clutch conversions here on 3rd down. Let's see if he's got it in him for a 3rd. Here on 3rd down and 10, nearing the red zone. High snap again, another great job of finding it. Goes over the middle, and that's just too high into double coverage for the intended receiver, Daniel Inman. It'll be 4th down. And this is in that tricky range here. It's a little long for your high school ordinary kicker, and long way to go here for 10 yards, but they will indeed go for it here. A lot of confidence in their young quarterback. And why not? He can handle a snap, I can tell you that. Straight drop, fires over the middle. A little miscommunication there. He had them Inman on a slant, didn't see him, and they turn it over on downs. The champion Chargers will have it when we come back down 7-0.
Back here at Boerne ISD Stadium, 7-0 for the Canyon Cougars right now, and I am joined by one of my best friends right now. I see him every week. It's awesome. Michael Hines, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well. Mr. Hines, district manager over at Taco Cabana. Why is it that Taco Cabana chooses to be a sponsor here every year in TNL?
Well, right now, Taco Cabana is celebrating their 45th anniversary, and one way to give back to the community is show them how much we care of being here 45 years, and we want to stick it out, and we want to keep going.
And another way to show them that you care is you guys got an anniversary and a party over the South Cross location coming up, huh?
Absolutely. Next week on the 21st, we're going to have an anniversary party. The first 100 guests get free prizes from Taco Cabana. We're going to have mariachis from 5:30 to 7, and then we're going to have karaoke afterwards.
And then you guys are still going to have some of those cookies, right? Like
Absolutely.
I love those things.
Yes, absolutely. The Boom cookies are going to be available all day.
All right. Well, we appreciate you every time you come out here all the way out to Boerne. Send it back up to you guys.
Had a hard time bringing Boley down there. Ran about 30 yards to pick up 5.
Yeah, he was looking for one extra block, and I think it ended up slowing him down. Breaks the initial tackle. I don't know how, but he did. Then swings past 2 more, and then it's like, please get out of my way so I can do some damage here.
Flag on the play. It's going to be a hold against the champion Chargers. That will back them up. More bad field position as they start again this time now after that play at the 12-yard line.
Well, you can tell Boley really likes to play football, right? It was fun watching that dude play.
They hand it up the middle again. Gain of a couple to the 15. Reha on the carry. And it'll be 2nd down. Almost 20. Ballin throws it into the flat. Pickup of about 8. Well short of the first down there. That's Ethan McVeigh on the catch. It's going to be 3rd down and 14.
Nice job by Ethan McVeigh hauling that one in. Senior tight end. Got a little of it back, and now we'll see what the Chargers do here on 3rd and long.
Ball and straight drop goes over the middle. That ball's almost picked off again. That time, Roman McFall, the junior, right there had a bead on it, and they'll be forced to punt, will the Chargers.
Oh, giving them a lot of different looks defensively here. There's New Braunfels Canyon here earlier in this football game, and Don, I'm curious to hear what the uniforms has to say about those really slick and updated Coug helmets.
Yes, the uniforms are, with some hot takes coming up in the fourth quarter. And for the third time, Canyon will be starting right at midfield. They've got the football when we come back, up 7-0, 3:18 left here in the first.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
Welcome back to Boerne, Texas. Boerne Stadium, Canyon over Champion, 7-0. As the Cougars get it to start this drive. Nice 5-yard gain, maybe 6 on the carry.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship there too, all the way around.
Jackson Reagan, nice night already here on the ground. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Here's Dietrich to Reagan again. Makes another nice move. He's quick, strong, powerful. Got quick feet, gets a 1st down. Another San Antonio Zoo 1st down, and this kid's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's no longer a secret, as Nate Leonard said after he really burst on the scene a week ago. But already a couple of huge wins for New Braunfels Canyon. I mean, we talked about their slow starts on both sides of the ball, and they answered the bell. That was a point of emphasis this week, and they scored on their first drive and got a 3-and-out on their first drive. And you're looking for more on their third drive.
Run them again here on a little counter. Gain of about 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Nate Leonard going to that until they can stop him.
Yeah,
Lots of different ways to get it to him.
Yeah, Don, Nate said he really didn't know what he had coming into the season because they lost a lot of key guys, but he's really liked the growth and the development each and every week. And you know, this team is starting to really realize who it is.
Dietrich going long. Got a man down there. Caught! Touchdown, Canyon! Harry Hassman beat his man, and Dietrich put it right on the money.
Mercy, you can't do it any better than that, can you? We're just talking about these guys growing up before our very eyes. They're very veteran and salty up front, but a bunch of new guys at the skill position, but you wouldn't know it with the way these guys have burst on the scene here in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Dietrich dropping a dime right in the basket. Extra point by Carlos Enriquez is good, and the Canyon Cougars have come into Boerne and hung 14 quick ones on the Chargers here in the first.
What a performance so far by New Braunfels Canyon. You know, Don, in their first game, they played Veterans Memorial and lost, but that was a team, as we take another look at the wonderful touchdown pass here, but they took on a team, Veterans Memorial Corpus Christi, who had a huge and long playoff run last year. Lost a close one there, but they really grew up quickly between weeks 1 and 2. You know, a lot of their athletes were seeing varsity action for the first time against a semifinalist from a year ago, and they've answered the call every step of the way, and Nate Leonard made no bones about it that they don't want to be peaking in district, even though we're starting district tonight. They want to continue to grow as the season rolls along, and I think you'd have to say that at least through 3 quarters or 3 games in 1 quarter, they've done exactly that.
Bowley back to receive the kick. Ball's angling toward the sidelines, but it's going to be a touchback, and Champion's going to try to get on the board for the first time here tonight before the end of the quarter. They've got about 2 minutes to do it, and we're back in 15 seconds.
Do you know a San Antonio teen in 7th to 12th grade looking for ways to get involved in the community? They can apply to be a Project Worth Teen Ambassador today. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
And here we go with the Champion Chargers. First down from the 25, Jordan Ballin. Play action fake, rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws, and that's completed. But we've got a flag down. We'll see what that is. Ball was complete to Campbell DeBerry. And it's an illegal man, ineligible receiver downfield. And that'll back them back up. So even when good things happen, got a penalty negate it.
Well, I know Nate's got a lot of respect for this Boerne Champion Ball Club, A, for how they're coached, but he said, you know, Bowley keeps me up at night, and their quarterback does as well. I mean, he's just really, really concerned about these guys' playmaking ability, and he knows that he's certainly not going to discount what he's done so far, but there's a long way to go in this football game.
Swing pass out to the outside, and collision of the game nominee. Coming up to make the stick for the Canyon Cougars is number 31, Ben Coronado. How do you do?
You take a look at that entire New Braunfels defense, New Braunfels Canyon, I should say. Apologies, fellas. Man, you can't square anybody up any better than that. Goes right through the block, right into the ball carrier.
Second down and long. The Chargers having a hard time get on track, going to the other side and playing it good at home is Luke Bell. He's already got a pick tonight. And the sophomore's got another big tackle here. Love his swag.
Yeah, and ran basically the same play on both sides of the field, and they got to get some help blocking out there.
Third down and 18. Ballin going to throw again. Going to roll. Fires to the outside. Caught. It's going to be just short of the stick, but manageable if they wanted to try to go for it. I don't know that you would here at this point of the ball game, already down 14-0.
Yeah, why not?
I know those new analytics, man. The new analytics tell you to do it, but you know, you don't convert here. I'm always, you know, thinking what happens if you don't convert. You give Canyon really good field position.
You can wait another 13 seconds, you can get that wind going at the back too.
4th and 2, and it looks like they're going to punt it away. Ballin drops straight back. Of course, he's your quarterback, so he could do a number of things here. But they're going to listen to Chuck. They're going to get the wind, and if they punt it, it'll be from the other side because we're clear of 1 quarter. And it's the Canyon Cougars on top, 14-0. We're back in Boerne with second quarter action when we return. Welcome back. It's time for our Harlandale Independent School District first quarter highlights. It's been all Canyon Cougars. First with the run up the middle. Jackson Reagan to the house. That made it 7-0. And then Reese Dietrich decided to go to the air. He went deep to his favorite receiver, Harry Hassman. Laid it out there perfectly. Touchdown Cougars. They lead at 14-0 as we start the second quarter. And Chuck, the statistics not misleading either.
No, they really aren't, and I think the biggest one to me was just the turnover, right? You just can't have it. Defense has done a pretty good job. They gave up one explosive play, but that turnover was really, really crucial in New Braunfels Canyon having a 2-touchdown lead here.
Show punt. Now they are going to go for it. They run pitch option. They pick up the first and a lot more. Down the sidelines is Boley into Canyon territory to the 42-yard line. Great call by the coaching staff.
I like the play too, right? For a bunch of different reasons, but you know, the fact is they let the clock wind down so they could punt it if they wanted to at their back, but because of the quarter stoppage in play, they're able to talk about it. Run your best play, get the ball to your best player. Why not, right? Early on in the season, district opener, you're at home. Big play for the Boerne champion Chargers, clearly.
Good for a countywide service company first down. Ballin throwing back to the other side, got him wide open to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and a big tackle at the 4-yard line, but not before a huge gain by the champion Chargers. And all the way down inside the 5 is Cole Reha. They go quickly, they run it up the middle, gets the 2. It'll be second and goal from the 3.
Yeah, nice play design on the last one to Reha as we take another look. Looks like everything's going to go left until it doesn't, and then a big play down at the end. And again, if he could get one block, he scores.
What a collision. Duke Nagy laying some wood. You talked about him loving to hit. He made another one there. Second and goal from the 2. Ballin and Reha. It's Reha up the middle. It's Reha across the goal line. It's a Reha touchdown, and the Chargers are on the board.
Yeehaw, Reha!
That was Chuck.
That was a nice counter, right, Don? I mean, things not going their way at all for Boerne champion. Pick up a huge 4th down.
What a
Keep
response.
your first drive, no doubt. And then a nice crease over there on the left side. Reha getting her in.
Extra point attempt from the Chargers is up, and it is good from Nathan Bell. So champion answers a wake-up call early in the second. It's 14-7 Canyon.
Again, this team's Cardinals' first score piece of delivery. Section H, row 7.
Little bit of light rain coming down here in Boerne. No electricity yet. That's a good sign. A little rain never hurt anybody. High school football.
Who's going to complain about rain around here after the summer we've had?
That's exactly right. Champion kicking it off, little pooch kick down the sidelines, and it gets out of bounds. That'll draw the flags and set Canyon up shot 35. See if the Cougars answer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, well, now we'll see what they decide to do with the wind in their faces on this drive. But we've already talked about Regan Don and what an explosive ball game he had a week ago. I mean, dude had 227 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. He said he was just dominating freshman football, and so far he's not done too shabby on the varsity level either.
He's a player. He may get a lot more because the passing game may get a little slick. They hand it to him up the middle. A big hit right across the 45 as that was Daniel Bastian on the carry. But a big gash for a countywide service company first down.
When we talk about those big boys up front for New Braunfels Canyon, what a hole that was to run through.
Bastian goes in motion. Dietrich having a great night throwing the football. He's got a man in double coverage, and he completes it to him down there. Oh, what a touch. A perfect spot for Jackson Kinsey to pick it up. What a throw.
You're not kidding. I mean, you talk about a guy who's grown more comfortable and made a bunch of explosive plays so far this season for New Braunfels Canyon, both with his arm and his feet. Really dynamic ball there.
Ball into the Central Med red zone as they pitch it to Bastian around the right side to the 5. He reaches for it. It's coming back. We've got a penalty. Might have a hold. And it is a hold against Canyon, so that'll back it up as the Cougs are moving it right down the field. But to put it in that spot, blanket it in double coverage.
And it's a guy that's no stranger to the weight room, we're told, too. So sturdy in a lot of ways, not just athletically, but Nate says this guy really rallies the troops very well, and his chemistry with others is just unmatched. He's also a basketball player and runs track, too, so doing a little bit of everything at New Braunfels Canyon.
He's got trips to the left-hand side, sends Hudson Ivy in motion. Now looking across the middle, has Ivy in the side. Ivy catches it, but is drilled, but he was in bounds, so it's a nice gain. It'll be second down and goal.
So Tony Graves over there on the coverage, aptly named Mercy. Look at him coming to your picture and deliver the wood.
What a collision that was. Second and goal from the 9. Again, it's trips to the left-hand side. Hassman in the slot. They fire to him, and that's almost intercepted. Zone coverage. Brooks Jones, the senior, was there. So each team has had a chance for a pick go right through their hands. And we'll see if Canyon capitalizes on what would have been a sure turnover. Three to the left-hand side. Dietrich under pressure is going to boot. And he's dropped at the 10-yard line. Couldn't find an open receiver. And closing quickly from that champion defensive unit was Luke Rossi.
Well, you know, Don, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor if you're Reese Dietrich, right? I mean, you just got away with one on the play before, and he thought about trying to make a play downfield and then thought, you know what? Let's just live to see if we can get 3 points out of this.
Carlos Enriquez to try a 27-yarder. It is good. So Canyon gets points out of a very successful drive. That makes it 17-7. And Champion will have it back as we'll tick down under 9 minutes here in the second quarter when we come back. Welcome back. Taking a look at the Canyon side of the field. The Cougar faithful happy with this 17-7 lead here. Second quarter action. Good football game. I was talking to Chuck in the commercial break just how impressive it is to watch Texas high school football. It's so well coached. It's so well played.
And we see it every week, right, Don? I mean, you come on down to the field, you can't believe the size of these kids, the speed of them. Every team's got 2 or 3 dudes the colleges are looking at. I saw Travis Bush down here before the game, out here looking at guys. Coach from RGV, who's no stranger to Canyon football. There's just dudes everywhere.
This one's taken at the 5, trying to get to the middle of the field. Boley bounces across the 20, and that's where he'll be buried there. Yeah, the stadiums are good, the turf is nice, the uniforms are clean, the execution is good, the kids are disciplined, they're smart. Here's one of them, Ethan Ledsworth, one of our Texas Kidney Foundation player profiles. Plays on the lacrosse team, and he wants to go into the medical field. Why not? He's got a 4.0 GPA.
I have no idea what that means.
Just the kicking game, you know, that 27-yarder. I mean, in most states, you know, they run out the soccer player or whatever, and he shanks it. But in Texas, the kicking games are really good. Yeah, I can't even get the NFL guys to make extra points.
Yeah, it really is impressive, the operations that we see week to week. I don't know, it's just a thrill to be here, right? Get to watch a game start to finish, take, 1/11th, 1/12th of their season, and get a chance to see who these guys are as dudes.
Our director, Brian Watts, also pointing out that, right as I say this, that the lack of flags that are thrown in Texas high school football games shows you how well coached they are. That was a late hit on Canyon. That'll be a personal foul, and that's going to be costly. That'll move the football.
Yeah, and you're just little things, right? If you're Canyon on the last drive, as you take a look at the call being made, you take the 3 points because you almost turned the ball over on the play before, and obviously that was a no-doubter. Well, if you're going to get 15, you may as well have earned them.
It's actually not. It's close, but it's a good call. First down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Full head of steam. Picking up about 3.
And it's hard, too, when you're the defender, right? You're trying to go make a play, trying to stop a guy from making yards, and sometimes it's hard to see exactly where you are on the field.
Here's Reha again, picking his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe 1. Short of midfield. Set up 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, and I think if we're being honest, both of these teams probably felt like they had playoff teams going into the season, so it's going to be very interesting to see how these first few weeks play out in 13-5A. Obviously, this is a huge test for both of these teams tonight.
Ball it into the flat. That ball over the defender. He read it perfectly, and a nice gain for another countywide service first down. That one to Ethan McVeigh. Canyon had it snuffed out, but just couldn't quite reach the ball that was thrown over the hands of the defender.
Yeah. Really nice play there by Ballin, right? On time.
Under pressure now, going backwards. He just kind of gets rid of it into the stands. Smart play, live to play another day. It'll be 2nd down from the 39.
Ballin, a 3-year starter for this Boerne champion football team, so veteran presence back there taking snaps.
Here on 2nd down, the zone read. Maybe picks up a yard. Set up 3rd down as Reha tried to find a spot, just nothing there. Good defense by the Cougs. Ben Coronado out there. Definite passing down here, 3rd down and 9. Ball in, looking over the middle, throws to the sideline. Ball's complete. I don't know if they're going to give him the forward progress or not to the stick. It was close. They're going to call it short and 4th down.
Yeah, Ben Coronado and Tate Box doing a really good job of getting on the receiver quickly and then forcing him out of bounds to make this a 4th and short.
Good chance we see Reha here, huh? 4th and short. Ballin. Going to keep it himself. Good penetration, but they missed the tackle, and Ballin picks up the 1st down right at the 20. It's another countywide service company 1st down as he's tiptoeing into that Central Med red zone.
Coronado again doing a great job of getting into the backfield. He's just not able to make a play. Came a little too quickly, didn't break down in time. And what an athletic move by Ballin to pick up the sticks.
Reha picking his way, thought the ball may have come out, it did not. Chargers going quick here as they move inside the Central Med red zone. Ballin, got 3 receivers, picks the one over the middle, caught, touchdown Chargers! What a throw by Jordan Ballin. He saw Ethan McVeigh come through under the zone, hit him right in stride, and we're an extra point away from a 3-point game.
Yeah, what a nice comeback by Boerne Champion here with touchdowns on their last 2 drives. Excellent drive. It looked more like a track meet the way they were getting to the line of scrimmage.
Nathan Bell kicks the extra point. It's good, and with 5:31 to play, it's 17-14 is the Chargers' answer. Hey, right now it's time to tell you about San Antonio sports. Coming up at halftime, we'll spotlight a couple of area teams making a difference in our communities with the Beyond the Game program. Let's hear more about this initiative from Jenny Carnes.
San Antonio Sports has teamed up with Valero once again to recognize our high school and middle school teams that exhibit key values through their actions and efforts in their school. Thrilled that Valero has joined our team. They are a company that lives their values and makes San Antonio a better place for all of us.
At Valero, we treat every day like game day. And this is a unique opportunity for Valero to support a program that showcases student athletes off the field who are building a foundation of values, integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service. So deeply rooted in Valero's culture and critical to success in life.
Teams will be recognized on CW35's Thursday Night Lights, WOAI News for San Antonio, and Fox 29 morning shows and weekend sports shows, and of course on social media. 4 teams will be recognized during the San Antonio All-Star football game in the Alamo Dome.
For over 40 years, Valero has given back to improve the quality of life in the communities where we live and work. Our employees have a passion for helping to build better communities and regularly share their time and talents. It's inspiring to see so many teams selflessly serving others, and we are proud to partner with Beyond the Game to recognize these outstanding students.
Having Valero as a teammate for Beyond the Game will help this program continue to positively impact more teams, coaches, and families. You can visit sanantoniosports.org and learn more about the program and nominate your team today.
We learn about them every week, these teams all over the area that do such a great job with their community service. Appreciate San Antonio Sports, Jenny, and Valero's involvement again this year. 5:31 to go here in the second. Canyon ready to see if they can answer as these 2 offenses found a rhythm here in the second quarter. Nathan Bell will kick it away. This ball will be fielded just inside the goal line. Across the 10, but not going to get the 15. Is Jackson Coonsey, and so Canyon will have a tough field position here as we go down to the sideline and Matt Roy.
Yeah, Don, if you guys are watching and you're saying, what's on those Canyon helmets? Well, they have little paw marks, little paw stickers on those Canyon helmets. Everybody gets one for a win, and the coaching staff usually gives them out for team goals, personal goals, big plays. That pass in the first quarter, guarantee the quarterback's going to get one. And I asked, what's an example of a team goal? They said, to win, duh. So hopefully everybody getting one on the team. If you're a Canyon fan, hopefully everyone's getting a sticker at the end of this game.
Little Buckeyes. Dietrich completes it to the outside. First man misses. Forward progress is going to pick up a gain of about 5. And now Canyon will go quickly like Bernie did, like Champion did rather, on the last series. 2nd and 5. Dietrich, you gotta like this young man's poise. High snap, handles it fine, fires to the outside, good for a first down. A group of Chargers there to bring him down. Countywide Service Company first down. Trip stay to the right-hand side. Here we go quick again. Move the chains and snap it. Fire it out there again. One broken tackle, and Cootsy's trying to get 2 or 3, and that's about what he gets. It'll be 2nd down. 4:40 to go, and Canyon wanting to go with tempo.
Yeah, giving the guys outside a little touch. Inman first, Coonsey second. Looking at 2nd and 8 here for the Cougs as they try to march down the field again.
3 receivers to the left. And it inside. Nice job by Reagan to kind of find the little space that was there. The sophomore showing he can play.
We talk about these guys up front, probably not enough for New Braunfels Canyon. I mean, you got New in the center, Smith and Davis on the left, Zeller and Sanchez over on the right. The 2 dudes on the right, Don, are 6'5" and up and both over 300 pounds.
So on 3rd and 2, why don't you run it behind them? Instead, they complete it in the flat. That's to Reagan, the sophomore. And they've got a Countywide Service Company first down, and this Canyon offense looking good here with 3:36 to go.
And these guys have played together for a long time. You got like Tate Davis over on the left side, and that dude's a power lifter. I mean, these dudes aren't just showing up on Thursday night for fun, man. They're working at their craft too.
Another completed ball to the outside to Coonsey, and I'm telling you what, this Reese Dietrich is the real deal.
Yeah, they're getting the ball out quickly, and again, moving behind that immense offensive line. Not only size, but powerful as well. Nice to have young skill guys when you have a veteran offensive line like New Braunfels Canyon has.
Inman comes out, Hopper comes in, they fire to Hopper. He's got the catch, but he only picks up about 1 because of good closing speed by that Champion Charger defense. Grant Menzies out there.
Yeah, Brooks Jones as well. Really good job by the Chargers defense rallying to the football there.
3rd and 2. Dietrich looking real comfortable telling his guys what the play is. Right up the middle to Reagan. He's got the first down. Cross the 40 to the 42. Another Countywide Service Company first down. We're inside of 2:42 as they stop the clock to move the sticks.
Yeah, New and Zeller doing a great job there on the right side for New Braunfels Canyon.
And with all the substitutions, I mean, Nate Leonard's got an operation here. Little zone read, they give it to Bastion. Looked like Reese wanted to pull it and throw it, but Bastion ripped it away from him and only got back to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of a half yard.
And Silas Miller's checked into the game and making his presence felt on that particular stop.
Another different formation for Dietrich. Wants to fire quick, now goes deep. Got a man down the sideline. Good defense. Played to the outside. I don't think it mattered. I think that ball was thrown out of bounds, but boy, you can see the arm on Dietrich again there.
Yeah, really nice ball in terms of air underneath it, but even better job by Bernie Champion. I mean, they had everything bottled up on that one. The short plays and the long ones. Just an excellent job as we see the rain fall from the sky on that replay.
All right, so it's 3rd down and 9 inside of 2 minutes. Probably 2 down territory here for the Cougars. Dietrich, not bothered by the rain, fires over the middle, has a man, and it's off of the hands. Good throw, but Jackson Kunze just couldn't hang on to it. Little hot for him. And check out the block by Daniel Bastian.
Yeah, you talk about picking up the heat. He got 2 guys on that, a block and a chip. Well done, young man.
4th down, that ball may have been just a little bit behind Kunze.
Got some mustard on it, too.
The Charger faithful, screaming defense. They got him to jump. This might be a free play. Going deep for his man, and incomplete. But it was offsides on the Chargers. So it'll be 4th and 4. And they'll do it again instead of 4th and 9.
I love that. That's the old Aaron Rodgers play, right? You get him a jump and you know you're going to have a free play. So why not? You do the jailbreak, send everybody deep, see if you can't make a play on the other end. But really, really great coverage on the back end down there by Brooks Jones, who's having a whale of a ball game for the Charger defense.
Look for the short completion here from Dietrich. They like to get their guys in space. Fires the slant into coverage, but it's caught. What a conversion, what a ball, what a catch in traffic. Harry Hassman with the reception.
Talked about Mr. Hassman at the beginning of the show, and again, this is just a great route, great ball, and somehow they get it in between a lot of those Chargers that were right there trying to make a play.
How about the moxie of the QB? 13 plays on this drive. Bastian has it, picks up 3, and he'll go inside a minute. The 13th play of the drive, and I'll tell you what, Chuck, Dietrich is not afraid to throw it in tight windows, and he's made 3 spectacular plays because of it.
Yeah, you talked about him being a transfer from Austin Westlake, but you know, this guy's really come in and had to fill some pretty big shoes at the quarterback position. And you know, got to say, Nate and his coaching staff have done a really good job getting everybody on the same page pretty quickly here with what they wanted to do this year. They talked about their offense was going to struggle if they didn't have a guy that was good at leadership and was good with team chemistry and those sorts of things. And obviously Dietrich is not only showing off his arm and his feet and the fact that he's got a hell of an arm, he's got a lot of other qualities too that have really rallied this brand new Braunfels Canyon Cougars football team here early on in the season.
And we're back in 15 seconds.
Hey San Antonio teens! Are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
Second down for Dietrich, 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, 1 in the backfield, pumps, fires, and just miscommunication as Hassman was on a different page.
You got to be very aware when Sawyer Boley is on the field, and he darn near jumped that. And if he'd have taken that and gotten there a step quicker, I don't know if you'd have been able to catch him. This guy, I'd take this guy on my team, right?
Big
Why
play
wouldn't you?
here, 3rd down, 9, 2 down territory again. Dietrich to the right side, completes it to the 10, and down to the 6-yard line is Ryder Hopper, the senior. Good for another countywide first down in the Central Med red zone. And here with 55 seconds, the Cougars are knocking on the door, trying to get some big momentum going into the half.
Yeah, Dietrich again, just trusting his teammates. Again, got a key block that helped extend that play.
Plenty of time. Here's Bastian on the drive, on the handoff up the middle to the 1. You might start seeing some timeouts from both sides. Canyon's going to take the first. That's their second timeout. They'll have 1 left.
You just got to be prepared for everything, right? I mean, when these teams are going this quickly, you go from, having to defend an air assault, and then the next thing you know, they're gashing you between the crease here. Just a lot to keep an eye on, especially when Canyon and both of these offenses, quite frankly, have so many talented guys that can carry the ball and catch it.
Yep, Bastion's your big bruiser. Then they got the quick feet of Jackson Reagan, who's been very successful tonight. Already has a big touchdown run as the rain starts to come down a little more heavily.
Yeah, and then their other guy, Elias Gonzalez, was their grit guy last week, and they give that out every week. That's their motto with Nate Leonard and his school, grit. You see it on a lot of the T-shirts here with the fans in the stands, but they got some beasties back there.
Jumbo package in. They run behind the fullback, and Bastion bashes his way in for another score, and Canyon gets on the board one more time before the half.
Every time Boerne Champion gets to within striking distance, New Braunfels Canyon not only has an answer, they go on these long drives and control the clock.
Chuck,
that was textbook.
17 plays, 82 yards. Talk about long drives. When have we seen a 17-play drive? Kick is up and good, and it's 24-14 Canyon. These offensive coordinators on both sides are in their bag, boy.
I'll tell you, and you talk about game management, right? I mean, this is just textbook. You go down, you get 6, but while you're doing that, you erode the clock, and guess who gets the ball back first to start the third quarter?
Going back to my point about Texas high school football being so well coached, so well played, so well executed. It's like a college game. It's like a small college game.
You're stealing possessions. That's what it's all about.
Taking a look at our Dr. Drake's smile cam. The Cougar faithful not as happy as they could be because they're trying to stay dry. But there's a lot of smiles right there. But those ladies are having a good time.
It's always fun when you're winning, right?
Good football game. Don't forget to vote for our band grant. Watch the bands coming up at halftime. This one's fielded inside the 5, up the middle. Look out, across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And here's our $5,000 band grant. Chuck, get out your phone. Show me that you know how to do a QR code. Christus Children's Band Grant. Vote for your favorite TNL band all season long. CW35.com/station/contest if you're Chuck. If you're savvy with the old QR code, just scan it right there and vote.
Look, I got to see it first, right?
You did it last year.
I did it last week. Yeah. But I got to see the bands first. I'm not going to vote unless I know. I got to have some intel first.
No, I mean, it's a bigger drama for me to see if you knew how to use the QR code, and you did. You did.
Let's see if I have any retention from last week. That'll be the trick.
Oh, I had a big week technically. I had a big changeover from the whole internet TV provider thing. Oh, talk about learning new remotes and stuff for old guys. A lot of fun. All
right, we'll see what Blaine Ellis and the champion Chargers, how they want to pair this with 29 seconds left. And they've got some explosive dudes. That's obviously not the way you want to start a drive with such little time left in the half. But they're going to take a shot here.
29 seconds, Ballin throws to the outside. That's almost picked off. Tell you who's having himself a night is that young corner, number 27 for Canyon. That's Luke Bell, just a sophomore, and he is an athlete. Had a big hit, had a near pick, a breakup. He almost had himself a pick 6 right there. 2nd and 15. Ballin hands it. Bowley's got it, picks up about a yard. Excuse me, that's Reha. And I think the Chargers are going to be content now with just going in to the locker room and letting this one tick away. Down by 10 and live to play the second half. After we hear from our two great bands, that's going to do it. We're going to tick down and it's going to be halftime, 24-14. The Canyon Cougars jumped in front. The Chargers answered with back-to-back scores early in the second quarter, And then Canyon answers, and Chuck, what a drive there with that 17-play one at the end of the half.
Yeah, just a masterful performance so far by New Braunfels Canyon. Their way they've managed this football game. They got off to a great start tonight. That's one of the biggest things they tried to focus on, because that has not been the case all season long.
Matt Roy standing by with the coach.
Coach Blaine Ellis, kind enough to join us going into halftime.
Yeah.
Coach, you guys kept responding. You went down 17-7, responded. Went down 14-0, responded. What do you guys got to do to keep responding in the first?
We got to win third downs, both offensively and defensively.
How deflating is a 16-yard or a 16-play drive that they just pulled off there, and how can you stop those in the second half as well?
Like I said, we got to be better on third downs. We have them in bad situations, and we're not doing a good job getting out of it.
All right, Coach, how do you correct that in the second half?
We got to go in, talk to our guys, stay positive with them, and make sure that they stay confident in that.
All right, Coach,
Yes,
good
sir.
luck.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, when we come back, it's our halftime show. We'll hear from both bands, have our Scholar Athlete of the Week. Matt Roy will take it from here when we come back.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steel Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation, Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Welcome back to Boerne ISD Stadium for a great TNL matchup we have going on. It's 24-14 for the Canyon Cougars right now. The rain still coming down a little bit, but it's all right. I got my TNL towel. Meantime, we have the Canyon Cougar Band on the field. We spoke to their band director a little bit earlier this week. Let's hear from them.
My name is Steve Vaden. I'm the director of bands here at Canyon High School. We've got 3 assistant directors. We've got Brad Arnold, Sydney Rivera, and we've got Katie Alvarado. So our show is called In the Spotlight. So we tried to create a show that evokes some imagery of kind of old-fashioned theater, kind of like the Majestic Theater in downtown San Antonio. We're playing music by weekend. We're playing Blinding Lights, and then we're playing some Tchaikovsky. And we're also playing a little Elton John, doing some Rocket Man. So our concept of In the Spotlight came from a thought of, giving our kids the chance for both our program to just kind of be in the spotlight throughout marching season, but also a chance to highlight some individuals in our band and that get to play solos and things. So it's a little bit of a double meaning where we put kids in the spotlight, but also our whole band program is kind of in the spotlight during the marching season. And here in a few weeks we start our competitive season. Our first contest is on September 30th, and we're going to the Rough Riders Marching Contest, which is at Heroes Stadium in Northeast ISD. We got a few more contests, and then we have a region marching contest, and then hopefully we'll advance to the area marching contest and get into that. Our number one fan is our principal, Dustin Davison, so we're just real thankful to have him on our side, and he's always been super supportive of our band program, so thank you to him. We've got a real hardworking booster club that we're real proud of, that helps keep us operating and help keep the kids fed and make sure that we've got everything that we need to. So huge thank yous goes to our booster club as well.
It's time to vote for the Christian Children's $5,000 band grant. To vote for the Canyon Cougar Band, scan the QR code on your screen, or if you're like Chuck and you want to go to the website, go to cw35.com/station/contest. You must be 18 years old and live in our viewing area.
San Antonio middle and high school athletes are doing great things for our community. San Antonio Sports and Valero are shining a light on teams and individuals who model key values through their actions. This week, we salute 2 schools whose community projects demonstrate beyond the game values. Bandera High School's football team volunteered at the school district's summer football camp, teaching fundamentals and having fun with future Bulldogs. Members of the Marshall High School's football team showed appreciation to their hardworking trainers by serving them delicious ice cream and soda floats after practice. These athletes demonstrated the beyond the game values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service. San Antonio Sports and Valero salute high school and middle school coaches who inspire their athletes to serve others. Parents, teachers, and coaches can nominate teams and individuals that go beyond the game. Visit sanantoniosports.org.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Each week, we recognize outstanding student athletes from the schools playing on TNL. And at the end of the year, Steele, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram will present a $10,000 scholarship to one of the students featured this season on TNL. Our David Chancellor introduces us to this week's scholar athletes from Canyon and Boerne Champion.
Daniel Inman puts the student in student athlete at New Braunfels Canyon.
108 GPA? 108, Daniel?
Yeah, I think I've had all A's throughout high school, and then I had, I think, 1 B in middle school.
In middle school?
8th grade Spanish 2.
If you don't love him already, you will after you find out why he pushes himself. Because the answer isn't why, it's who.
I feel like the big drive or my reason behind it is just really trying hard for my parents, trying to get good grades for them. You know, they've done so much for me. I feel like it's almost my duty to try hard, get those credits for them.
Daniel and the Canyon football team are riding high and walking tall after last week's win over the rival Unicorns.
You kind of walk around New Braunfels with your chest out a little bit?
Mm-hmm. We've definitely got some bragging rights over the guys across town for sure.
Daniel is a two-sport star and Honor Society member. About the only place he doesn't own bragging rights is at home, where he shares them with his older sister.
Is she as good at everything as you are?
My parents would say so, but, you know, really don't know that's the case or not the case.
What's your sister's name?
Allison.
Allison. Allison, and she's a freshman at A&M.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll make sure that you're you come out looking better than she does.
That would be much appreciated.
Sam Weltons is always on the go at Boerne Champion. 107 GPA, Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society. She even interns at the Center for Emergency Health Sciences.
How do you balance the time?
Well, it's definitely hard. There's definitely a lot going on in my life. But I think the biggest tactic I use is just kind of whatever I'm doing, I'm focusing on that 100%.
And did we mention she's a 3-year starter on one of the state's best soccer programs? Success came early and never stopped. And that's no accident.
I feel the same way I did when I was 5 or 6, just having a lot of fun on the field. And it's just, I don't know, it just has always stayed the same for me. The love of the game just kind of has never changed.
Her dad developed that, first as her coach and now as part of her amazing cheering section.
My parents are super just supportive. They're not super intense. Honestly, I'm probably the more intense one now. I always want to win, and they just want me to be happy.
That game plan is what Sam now teaches as a part-time coach to 4- and 5-year-old players. Talk about full circle.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
We're continuing on with the Battle of the Bands out here at the Boerne ISD Stadium on TNL. Boerne Champion Band is on the field now. We spoke to their band director a little bit earlier this week. Let's hear from them right now.
My name is Jason Yantz. I'm the head director here at Champion High School. Our show is called Disconnect. It has 4 parts. While the title is Disconnect, as you go through the show, we actually go through this progression of sort of A-side, B-side, oppositional forces, if you will, and progressing to a more connected unity at the end. And so we're utilizing the theme, as we try to do most years with our marching shows. We try to orient our theme so that it feeds our program culture. And talking points with our students as we build our community. And so really the show is about connecting, and so it's a play on words. Disconnect really meaning disconnect from the phones, right, so that you can connect with each other. Like that resonates really strongly with our students. But just also finding different ways to connect across our organization. And so we've made some purposeful choices with how we organize different activities so that we are growing our community, the strength of our community across class and instrument and those sorts of things, which are normally provide some organizational parameters for our students. So we're breaking some of those norms just to have a more cohesive group, which we think is a better experience for everyone. Let's say on the 23rd, we're going to host our 3rd annual Charger Marching Classic here at the Boerne ISD Stadium. You know, I'm fortunate to work with just some incredible folks that share the same vision I do for serving our students. Most of all, our assistant director, Matt Pale. He started with me here 4 years ago. So it's really been a team effort. He does a ton for all of our students and our program. But we also have some other great part-time help from some of our middle school directors and outside. Thibaut Tristan, Daniel DeSalle are both really critical to what we do, as well as our guard director, Brian Gregory. And then we're blessed with an amazing booster program led by our booster president for the last couple years, Lindsay Laws. And she's really like having another director. She takes care of so many logistic items for our program. Without her, we wouldn't be able to serve our students in the ways that we do.
It's time to vote for the Boerne Champion Marching Band. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit cw35.com/station/contest. You must be 18 years old and live in our viewing area. Thanks again to Christus Children's for sponsoring this year's $5,000 band grant.
Welcome back. It's time for our Harlandale Independent School District first half highlights. The Canyon Cougars jumped out on top first. Jackson Reagan, the touchdown right up the middle to make it 7-0. Then they went to the air. Reese Dietrich has had himself a night. Taking a second look at the touchdown by Reagan. Then it's Dietrich going up top deep to Harry Hassman. That made it 14-0 after one. But the Chargers answer in the second half. Cole Reha on the touchdown. That makes it 14-7. After a Canyon field goal, made it 17-7. It's the Chargers again. Jordan Bolland to Ethan McVeigh. That got the Chargers to within 3 at 17-14. But after a 17-play drive, Daniel Bastian caps it off with the 1-yard dive. That's where we stand, 24-14. The Canyon Cougars lead it at the half. Third quarter action straight ahead.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
Here come the Canyon Cougars with a 10-point lead here in Boerne. Beautiful night for football now that the weather has cleared. Temperatures probably in the high 70s. Good breeze blowing out, coming in from the west, northwest. And these home team champion Chargers going to try to mount a comeback here in the second half as we take a look at Nate Leonard, the former UTSA Roadrunner 4-year starter at center, counting up his guys ready to try to hang on here in the second half.
Yeah, great start by Nate and his ball club tonight. And then Champion got hot there in the second quarter too. So the question now becomes, will the slow start cost them in this football game? Because they certainly have heated up on offense, but we got a whole half to decide things and sort things out here in the district opener for both ball clubs.
Great one last week, another good one tonight here on Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm. Glad to have you with us. Don Harris, Chuck McIntyre, Matt Roy down on the sidelines. And Canyon will, as you said, get the ball to start the second half. Up by 10. Good crowd on hand here. It's always fun. Athletic Director Stan Leach here in Boerne always does a great job with his hospitality of hosting us. Always fun to come out here to this stadium, this community. Such great support. They feed us in the press box.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. We had a wild assortment of drinks. A little stopover at Boerne Taco today was really delish.
All righty, so let's get this thing going with our Rhino Roofers. Second half kickoff. Assman back there, but it's a short take, but down the sidelines on that little pooch kick. Nice return here by the Canyon Cougars. That's Elias Gonzalez. Elias, I apologize as we go down to Matt Roy. Matt.
Well, gentlemen, I asked Coach Leonard when they were coming out of halftime, 24-14, how do you feel? And he said, there's still 24 minutes left. And he quoted and said, the first drive coming out of half is going to be a big one. You need some big plays. He liked the 17-play drive that they had coming out, but said they're just taking what the defense is giving them. They need the big plays. They need to hold down Boerne Champion. This drive right here is going to be the tone setter for the rest of the game, guys.
Well, they get off to a good start because Dietrich fires it out into the flat to Harry Hassman. He's got 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 as they come with this tempo, this spread offense that this young junior transfer from Austin Westlake is running almost to perfection here tonight.
Like the George Allen reference, right, from way back in the day with the old Washington football team. That was his credo. Got to do something when that first drive of the second half sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Got 2nd down and 1. They play action, fire it, and Dietrich wants that one back. He just led his receiver too much. And Gonzalez was wide open, and he just had a little bit too much on it in front of him.
Yeah, a little short popper right there, and if they can connect that, it's going to go a lot further. What you think? You're right, Don. I think he'd like to have that one back for sure.
Instead, it's 3rd and 1. I'm assumed 2-down territory, no big deal. Got some good running backs back there, including the sophomore. They check it. Jackson Riggins had a big night tonight. They got a fullback blocking for him. They hand it to him, but it's going to be close. I think he got the yard to gain, the line to gain. And they're going to wave the sticks forward, and that'll be a San Antonio Zoo 1st down here to move the sticks on the first series here for the Canyon Cougars. Reagan up to 56 yards on 9 carries as Dietrich checks the play. The play action fake, fires in the flat again. It's got Hassman again. Hassman's got another San Antonio Zoo 1st down. If they spot it, where I think they will.
Showing some multiplicity, right?
And they
and
do.
Tempo. They get the 1st down with the short pop. Then they spread you 2 wides on both sides and just get it out to your playmakers and see if they can pick up some yardage there.
Dietrich seems to be in a rhythm. Gonna throw the flat again, connects. Down the sideline, inside the 15, down to about the 11-yard line is number 11, Hudson Ivy. And Canyon clicking now inside the Central Med red zone. 3rd straight San Antonio Zoo 1st down. Ball spotted at the 11, and Nate Leonard likes what he sees so far. Dietrich again into the flat. It's Ivy again. He's got the 10, and he had a turf monster jump up and grab his ankle at the 9.
Champion doing a really good job on the left side of their defense, though. This didn't look like it was going to go for much. What a great play out there by Tony Graves, shucking his block. Was right there in position to make a play. Had Hudson Ivy, he kept his feet.
So it's 2nd down. Quick handoff inside to the sophomore Reagan. He's down short of the 5 at about the 6-yard lines where they'll spot it. It'll be 3rd down, 5 to go. They can still pick up the first at the 1.
Ball control, hitting you in a bunch of different ways, body blows, they'll hit you over the top. This is a very impressive offensive performance so far by New Braunfels Canyon.
Good communication. They seem to be all on the same page. Here's Dietrich, fakes it, fires into the end zone, caught, touchdown. Canyon goes the distance on their first drive, march it right down the field and score. And that's your Scholar Athlete of the Week that David Chancellor was talking to at halftime. That's Daniel Inman.
Just trying to find some space as Inman just inside the goal line right there. Big old target, great hands. And another touchdown for this offense, New Braunfels Canyon.
The kick is up, the kick is good by Carlos Enriquez, and it's 31-14 Canyon. Nate Leonard, mission accomplished on that first drive of the second half.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by the Vietnam Army Grunt Museum.
Welcome back. It's 31-14. Chuck, when we scheduled this game, we were all excited about Deuce Adams. He's going to go play football at Louisville. He transferred to Austin Vandergrift, and all of a sudden we've got a transfer in from Austin Westlake in this Reese Dietrich. And I'm not sure Deuce Adams can touch what he's done tonight. Dietrich has been really spectacular.
He really has.
Here's a flashback of Deuce Adams. Again, he's going to go try to be the next Lamar Jackson at Louisville. Brother Eli, his favorite target, top of your screen, going post. Now runs the out to the corner. Ball is caught. Touchdown. Eli Adams. Just like they do it in the backyard at home.
Look at this dime into the wind. I mean, mercy.
Back to live action here as the Chargers have it, but the brothers combination, Adams last year, a thriller here on TNL, and Deuce, a highly recruited athlete. After the coaching staff change and head coach going down to Rio Grande Valley and going to the college game, decided to move to Austin Vandergrift. But Reese Dietrich comes in, this junior has been quite impressive for Canyon here tonight. His ball and rolls out, throws it out of bounds, and it'll be 3rd down.
I don't know if you could have played that any better on defense your new Braunfels Canyon. Roman McFall bringing the heavy heat on Jordan Ballin. Jordan lucky to get that thing away and live to fight another down. Number 5 coming in with heavy heat with the strike.
What's evident with both of these quarterback Chuck and this offense, both offenses rather, is this 7-on-7 culture we live on, the year-round football, the spring football, the flag football. These guys just execute. Ballin steps up in the pocket, going to run for it. Got a big space to go across the 40, 45-50, 45-40, and he's finally brought down after a huge gain by Jordan Ballin, showing that he's balling tonight. His feet.
No doubt, huge play. I mean, you're talking about all kinds of pressure coming from all different angles, and subtle move to get into some space, hit a crease, and see you later down the field.
36 yards on the gain. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down for the champion Chargers. Ballin fires the slant. That ball might have been juggled. Should have been picked, but I think it just hit the turf.
Parker Woodrum closing on the ball. Let's take a look.
Yeah, tough angle. Looked like it hit the ground.
Well, still gets a PBU.
Ballin feeling good about those legs after that last run, thinking he can run for it. He gets really close. They'll spot it a yard short. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
You can't say enough about the job that these DBs are doing for New Braunfels Canyon.
Champion wanting to go quick now. Ballin looks to the sideline. Gets a signal. They move Reha to the other side. Little option pitch to him. Here come the Cougars. Takes about 4 of them to get Reha down. Short game, but it's going to be good enough, I believe, to move the sticks and pick up a San Antonio Zoo first down. Don't forget, these games are always streaming live on Facebook on News 4 SA and Fox San Antonio's Facebook page.
Colin Ott doing a really good job for Canyon that time, coming up to make a play and almost stopped the first down.
San Antonio Zoo first down, tough snap, handled inside the Reha, pickup of about 5. 2nd down and 6. Ball spotted right at the 26. Champion down 31-14, mid-3rd. Know they got to do some business here in order to get back in this one and have a chance in the 4th. Ballin rolls right, has a man out there, completes it, good gain. They'll move the chains. It'll be a San Antonio Zoo first down inside the Centro Med red zone, as now the champion Chargers seem to have a bit of a rhythm here moving the football.
Yeah, had a few plays go their way up the middle, and then all of a sudden they get something outside that they like and worked out well.
Trips to the left-hand side. Ballin looks that way. Hands to Reha instead, and he is corralled. Nice solo one-on-one tackle there by number 35 of the Canyon Cougars. That's Grayson Coyne.
Got a very veteran defense over here on Canyon. That's just a big league play right there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Coyne's a big football player at 6'2", 235. Ballin fakes, fires, and that ball's tipped. Good pursuit inside, and getting his big hands up there, batting down is Roman McFall.
Or should we call him Prezi? This kid wants to run for president, and Nate Leonard says he's already starting to campaign.
All right, we can use him.
Absolutely. He also plays basketball, too. You saw a little of that, but geez, how'd you like to see that guy on a basketball court? No, thank you. At least out here you got a helmet and pads.
3rd down and 11. Under pressure. And just throwing it away is Ballin, and that'll set up 4th down and 11. Chuck, I don't know if 3 does you any good here. 5:54 in the third, but they're going to run out the kicking team. And we'll see Nathan Bell attempt what will be a 37-yarder.
And the wind has picked up here, and it is going right into Bell's face.
Saw a 27-yarder earlier from Canyon. This from 37. It's got plenty of leg, and it is good.
Wow.
Nathan Bell with quite a leg, and they draw to within 2 scores, 31-17 here in the third quarter.
Big ups to Nathan Bell drilling that 37-yard field goal, Don. I mean, because the wind is really kicking here at the old ball yard. I mean, he drilled that right into the teeth of that wind. You can see why they ran him out there. They had no problem thinking he could make that.
If the Chargers get close, he'll have that wind behind him in the fourth quarter. Be good for 60. Onside kick time. Ball's loose. And it's the Canyon Cougars who come up with it, it appears.
Yeah, a lot of things happen in the bottom of a scrum, as you well know.
And they're giving it to Canyon.
I don't know if Blaine Ellis' staff is too thrilled about that.
No,
Let's take a
now
look.
They're giving it. That's still loose right there. Now it's between legs. 16's got a chance to get it in there. It's under legs there. So while I thought Canyon had it, that's a good call because 82 and 16 both came out with it. They just overran it. Although, did the Chargers touch that ball before it went 10? Oh, wait, it's Canyon. Boy. All right.
Well, big break for Canyon either way, right?
Back and forth we go. That ball's completed to the outside. Bernie Champion sure was celebrating like the officials told them it was their football. Maybe just pointed the wrong way. Anyway, it's Canyon football. They're going quick now.
Tony Graves doing a great job again getting back into the play to come back and make that tackle. He's done that a couple times tonight. He will not be blocked.
Trips to the left-hand side for Dietrich. He has been on target tonight. Hands inside to Bastian, picks up about 2. Gets back to the 44.
And those are blood and guts yards too, right? I mean, he's contacted right at the line of scrimmage. I took my eye off the play thing and it was stopped. I mean, the fact that he got yardage out of that play was just impressive.
I would doubt they would punt from here, so this is probably 2-down territory here with 3rd and 5 for Dietrich and this Canyon offense.
Yeah, I mean, since the second quarter, this has turned into a track meet, so I wouldn't blame Nate if they decide to go for it on 4th if they need to, but it looks like they will not have to worry about it.
Hassman right down the sideline, good enough to move the sticks. We do have a flag down, we'll check that. And it looks like it's going to be against Canyon, and it's going to be a hold.
Against Canyon.
Talk about so many of these guys are playing basketball too. Hassman's another guy that plays basketball for his high school. Got another receiver over there at Canyon, Jackson Kenzie, who's a baseball player. Hopper, one of their slot receivers, is a 4x1, 4x2 regional guy on the track.
A lot of great athletes.
Yeah.
They'll replay it here, 3rd down and 5. Chargers showing blitz, and now we have a false start against Canyon. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. And so Nate Leonard probably not happy with 2 penalties as they had a 1st down inside the 30. Instead, it's 3rd and 10 at midfield. And now you probably do have to punt it if you don't come away with yards here. Trips to the right for Dietrich. He's been on his game tonight. He takes a straight drop, looks left. Now he's going to take off running. He's not going to get there. Boerne's defense comes up.
Goldberg.
And it's Gage Goldberg making a play. Here's his player profile. 3-year letterman, 2-year starter. He's an all-district linebacker, a baseball player. And yes, if the name sounds familiar, his dad is world famous. That's him. The wrestler, Goldberg.
He's a heck of a football player too, man. Had a great time talking to him before the game about the old WLAF days.
So Canyon punts it away. Champion's gonna let it bounce. It bounces inside the 10, now coming back this way. And it'll be downed inside the 15. But the Champion Chargers will have the football down 14 with 3:29 to go here in the 3rd. Hey, our Dr. Drake's Sleep Solutions Smiles can out at the Charger pep rally. Carlos Sanchez always does a great job at the pep rallies. I think they got the whole school out there, getting everybody fired up for tonight's game. I'd hold the pep rally inside too when it's 105 out. Cooled off nicely, just about 6:30. It's a beautiful night for football right now. So down 2 touchdowns. Here comes Jordan Ballin. And see if the Chargers can mount a 4th quarter comeback. And inside. Rehal drilled, still on his feet. 30, 34, and across the 35 right at it before he's brought down by Colin Ott.
Well, they call Reha Mr. Everything. He's all business. Every rep 100% full speed, and did not want to go down there, but a huge stop by Bernie Champion, right? On defense, a chance to get your offense back on this field and make it a one-score game if you can take it the distance.
3 minutes to go here in the third. Reha, fake it to him. Now they boot out and fire into the flat, incomplete. Ballin overshot the intended receiver. Cameron Logan out there, guarded nicely by the Canyon defense, and these corners have been nice for Canyon tonight. Ben Coronado and Luke Bell. Duke Nagy has made his impact with some hard hits tonight. It's 3rd down and 5. Big play here. Bernie, Champion, rolling out, balling, looking downfield, pressured. Did he catch it? Did he get a foot down? It's incomplete. It'll be 4th down. 4th and 5. What do you do here? Your quarterback's a little nicked up. He'll send out the punt team, but your quarterback is also your punter.
Wow, that was a heck of a throw and catch. It's too bad it didn't stand, but you talk about threading the needle. Mercy.
I'm anxious to see how Ballin does here on this punt attempt. He is not 100 right now. 4th and 5. They ran him up and he faked it the last time.
Or are they going to punt it?
Last time they called timeout and went for it. Right now, they're going to take a delay of game. And we're back in 15 seconds.
Do you know a San Antonio teen in 7th to 12th grade looking for ways to get involved in the community? They can apply to be a Project Worth Teen Ambassador today. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
That penalty may talk them out of faking it, and it does. They punt it away instead. Nobody back there, and it takes a great burning roll. Champion going to let it roll inside the 10 all the way down to the 6-yard line. Flag down. We'll see what that is. Nate Leonard was content with having that be the end result because they were a little worried that Ballin might fake it.
Yeah, when you go to that formation, you got to respect it.
Ron Isker, our official tonight. Another personal foul on Canyon. On top of that will be half the distance to the goal. So it should be at the 3-yard line. As we look at our Monarch trophies, we'll hand these out to the victors tonight. 210-344-3777. Call Monarch for all your trophy, plaque, business, sports team needs. They're the best in town, always have been, and they've been with TNL since the very beginning. Monarch Trophy. Also contact them online at ntsawards.com. That one's incomplete as Dietrich backed up to his 3-yard. Chuck, this is a big part of the football game right here. Have a 14-point lead, but you're in trouble.
Well, I like the play call, actually. You know, you give the defense something to think about because you think, okay, they're just going to run a dive play to try to give themselves some breathing room, but not Nate Leonard. Wanted to show him something. It was a rhythm play, just didn't have any rhythm to it.
Dietrich going to throw again, going to go deep down the sideline. Got it, his man out in front of everybody, and that play went for a touchdown earlier tonight. This time, Bernie Champion had it double covered with the safety over the top. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Boy, how close was this to being an explosive play? He almost one-handed that thing, didn't he?
Sure enough. Did his left arm get taken away from him at the end?
I believe it did.
No.
Brooks Jones down there, stride for stride.
No foul. I'll tell you one thing, Harry Hassman can outrun everybody. That ball just a bit underthrown by Dietrich. It's 3rd down and 10. He fires in the flat, completes it. Got to break a tackle. Not going to happen. Yeah, still on his feet. He does it across the 15 down to the 16-yard line, and that's going to move the chains. What a second effort by Jackson Kunze.
The motto at New Braunfels Canyon since Nate Leonard took over as head coach is grit. He says that will be our motto till the day I die when I'm coaching. This is what he wants. They're going to give out a trophy every week to a guy that does exactly what you saw in that play right there. I mean, that's just good old blood and guts football right there. A guy willing himself and his team to a first down. Well done.
Jackson Kinsey. Unbelievable. Second effort there with 4 tacklers all over him. And a nice run on first down, too, by Jackson Reagan. Second down, and we'll call it 6. Dietrich brings Inman in motion. Dietrich fires in the flat, caught. That might be a fumble. The official all over it is saying incomplete. 3rd and 6, 1:11 to go. Another big play. We heard from Coach Ellis at halftime, the key to this game is going to be getting off the field on 3rd down. Well, they just completed one, did Kinsey with that second effort. Here's another. Dietrich, no pressure. Now he's pressured and he's dropped. They're going to get off the field on 3rd down. Ethan Stanley, the nose guard up front, in on the tackle.
Yeah, the pressure was just coming from the front of Boerne Champion. Clemens, Stanley, Burkhart, all those guys making a huge push and staying in their lane and not allowing Reese Dietrich to get outside and escape.
For the first time tonight, we'll see Tyler Chelly, the punter. Coach Leonard told me before the game, I said, how do you pronounce it? Chelly? He says Chelly, but hopefully we won't see him tonight. Well, this is the first time, and it's in the 4th quarter. Late 3rd, rather. Running right over the defender to the 40, to the 35. Bowley all the way down. Talk about grit. He's got his Chargers fired up as we've got 21 seconds to play here. And let's flash back to 2019 while we're at it. Boyers, a little fake, got a man over the middle, finds him, touchdown. Boyers keeps on the option. Boyers to the edge. Boyers gonna score. Boyers trying to make him pay on the first play. Does. Touchdown, Boerne Champion.
All grown up, Luke Boyers, our guy.
Went on to be quite an athlete at the next level.
TCU was in their College World Series last year. What a stud.
Reha catches, cuts back, swarm of Cougars there. I guess it would be a den, herd, pack. Or what did you break out last week? You broke out something, kettle, was it?
I don't remember. You're kidding me with my memory.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Canyon Cougars lead the champion Chargers 31-17, but hang on. We got a lot of football left to play here in the 4th quarter in Boerne, Texas on TNL.
Yeah, a gaggle of them.
Time for our Harlandale Independent School District third quarter highlights. Just one touchdown. It came on that very first drive as Canyon drove it right down the field. Dietrich to Daniel Inman made it 31-14, but Nathan Bell added a 37-yard field goal for the Chargers, and so it is a two-touchdown game here, and the Chargers are driving it here to start the fourth. They've got the wind behind them, and we know their kicker's got quite the leg. Ballin rolling out, throwing across the body. Caught at the 25, down to the 10-yard line. Nice job by Boley. Sawyer Boley, what an athlete, inside the Central Med red zone.
Just a precision pass play right there to move the sticks.
Reha inside the 10, down to the 7. And now the Chargers want to go with some tempo. They feel like they've got that Canyon defense off balance. Tate Box, the junior linebacker, with the tackle there. Second down, 7. Ball and under pressure. They bring the blitz. He's scrambling. Got nowhere to go with it. Throws it out of bounds and lives to play another day.
Canyon really dialing up the pressure on that play. And again, a great job on the back end of the defense of just covering guys up. Look at that. All kinds of heat coming from the edge.
We'll see what both teams dial up here on 3rd down and 6 and get a first down right at about the 2-yard line. Ballin straight back in the pocket. Now he's scrambled, he's flush, he can run for it, makes a move, spins and scores! Jordan Ballin, touchdown Chargers.
Just a heady move by the quarterback on his pre-read. Pre-snap.
He's fired up about it.
Yeah, New Braunfels Canyon, Don, aligned their defensive tackle over to the right side, and I thought that was just a really good job of setting up the defense. He kind of drifted to his left to start the play and then ended up going back to the right side and scored. Very nice, Jordan Ballin, very nice.
Kick is up, kick is good. It's a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter in Boerne, Texas.
Game on.
Canyon will try to answer when we return to Thursday Night Lights. We're back. It's Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions Smile Cam, and the Charger cheerleaders, lots to smile about as their squad is making the comeback here. Notice the yellow in the crowd. It's a new color scheme on the helmet. Did you notice that?
I don't think that I did.
They've incorporated yellow.
I like the look, though.
I did not know it was part of their color scheme. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a special decal. I don't know. We'll get the story. That's what Matt's job is to do. Just to run down the. But there's some yellow in that helmet. And you might be asking, who's next? It's Bill Goldberg who's next. That was his take back in the day. Ask him, Matt, who's next?
Don wanted me to ask, who's next?
Well, hopefully, it's New Braunfels Canyon, but at least we're making it a game. We're 7 down now. We're coming back. Fourth quarter started, so hoping for a stop here and 7 more points for us.
Someone that doesn't need any introduction. I kind of just went right into it. WWE superstar, Hall of Famer, and father to Mr. Gage Goldberg. How is it watching your son here in the fourth quarter?
It's terrifying. I hate it. I cannot stand it. I'd much rather be out there playing, hitting heads with guys and smashing people than watching my son do it. It's nerve-wracking.
How is it for you as you watch since you played so long in the NFL and then you were a WWE superstar, how is it watching him? Is it like, do this, do that?
Oh yeah, it's horrible. I'm the worst dad in the world because I've got advice on everything. I've been there and I've done that, and so I try to, at the end of the day, stop him from making a mistake that I made, in my life. Good tackle, Gage. But, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to walk that fine line of being a good dad and being a coach, right? So I quite honestly have not perfected it by any means, but I'm trying, and that's all that
all that matters. It's the most popular dad in Bernie Champion and the most ripped dad in Bernie Champion. So
look at him.
We'll send it right back to you guys.
Actually, he does a great job of being a dad, right, Chuck?
Unquestionably. I was talking to Coach Ellis about that before the game as we watched this heavy duress on the quarterback, and I don't know if Gage got in on that play, but he was probably around the football. But, he said if you didn't know Gage, you would not have known that his dad was WWE superstar, right? And I know we remember him as a football player from the WLAF, and he went from that league when he played for the Sacramento Surge in the early 90s. And he went right from that league to the Atlanta Falcons. But I was talking to him before the game. He said he had more fun playing in the World League than at any point during his time playing football. He was a heck of a defender on many, many levels. And again, a great guy. And Coach Ellis talked about that too. He said you can tell he's getting a lot of stuff at home, not just coaching, but how to be a man too. So, what I find fascinating about somebody like Bill Goldberg is that he's infinitely approachable. He's super nice. He doesn't run away from anything, but he treats everybody like they're a superstar. And obviously he's got a wonderful personality. He's engaging, radiant, all that stuff. It's nice having him here living in the neighborhood.
We'll see if his Chargers can finish the comeback. They're down a touchdown. They've got the football when we come back. Welcome back. First down for the Chargers. Jordan Ballin wanted to pump it. Instead, he'll run it. He gets to the 30, and he's drilled right there Duke Nagy has not made a ton of tackles, but every one of them will be felt tomorrow.
I get the impression that Duke Nagy doesn't feel like he's played a game unless he can go home with a dirty uniform. I mean, that dude's been all over the place. And hard to get your uniform dirty when you're playing on the synthetics, but I would venture to gain if there's a way to do it. Agent Zero's figured it out.
Trips to the right-hand side, 2nd down and 5. Ballin, gonna run it again. Picking his way through, he's got a hole. He's got the outside, and he's got almost the 40-yard line for sure. He's got a countywide service company 1st down.
Well, Bill Goldberg's son and his defense have really turned this ball game around here in the second half and given their offense a chance to get their team back into this football game. Well done, Boerne Champion Chargers on defense to give your offense a chance. And then for the Champion offense, they've had a lot of success, Don. Have you noticed it? Running it either when they hand it off or when they get the QB sneak in the middle of the field.
Well, Ballin's feet have been a difference in this offense as they run a reverse. Pitching it out here, coming down to the 45, near the 50, across the 50 to the 45, inside Canyon territory. That's Brogan Dempsey. Bro, nice run.
Indeed. Just as soon as I talk about the success that Boerne Champion's having in the middle of the field, they're able to work one outside with a little gadgetry.
Countywide service company 1st down. Jordan Ballin wants to go deep, fires that way, and almost had his man. Canyon had their eyes on it. Caleb Gaynor, the safety, read it. Luke Bell was in coverage, but it still got over the top of both of them. It was just needed a little bit more air.
Yeah, Caleb Gaynor looked like he had a beat on that one, just took a little bit of a bad angle. Either way, they got to stop on that down, and it's going to bring up 2nd and long.
Remember, he's got a gust of wind at his back as they hand it inside. Is that Reha? Across the 40. It is, and it'll be short. It'll be 3rd and 5. Definitely 2-down territory here. Trailing by a touchdown. Champion trying to mount the comeback. Battles, completes it. Down to the 36-yard line. That'll move the sticks. It's a countywide service company 1st down. The drive is alive as they try to tie it up.
Well, what did Blaine Ellis tell Matthew Roy at halftime? Got to be better on 3rd down. They have been terrific on 3rd down on both sides of the ball here in the second half.
Free play. Ballin down the middle, got a man, and it hits the defender in the back. No flags fly. No heads turned to make a play on the ball, but there was no contact. But we may have offsides. I believe we do.
Well, Don, you made an interesting point the last time down. It looked like maybe the last throw that they had was a little bit too much zip. That one may have had a little bit too much air. So, yeah, there's an adjustment period, too, for the quarterbacks. You know, not only throwing into the wind, but when you got it at your back as well.
And it's inconsistent wind. You look up 1 minute, that flag is stiff. The next, it's laying straight down. So it's kind of a circular wind here that ebbs and flows, just like this game. 1st and 5 after the free play. Ballin now trying to get it snapped with 8 seconds to go on the clock. They hand to Reha. Nice cutback. He went backwards in order to find a place to go. Picked up about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, I really like the play call there because New Braunfels Canyon's defense was pinning its ear back, coming after the quarterback on that one, and they caught him. Luckily, the second line of defense was able to stop that for at least a minimal gain, if you can call it that. Still picked up 4.
Second down. Chargers on the move. Ballin has time, gonna run it himself. Gets to the outside, breaks a tackle at the 20, steps out of bounds just short of the 15. Jordan Ballin looking like Vince Young right now.
Yeah, and that time, Canyon doing a great job of staying at home. It didn't matter. Ballin just making plays with his feet.
The Champion Chargers have found a weapon here that has kind of neutralized this Canyon defense, and that's the feet of their quarterback. It's a countywide service company first down. Man in motion. Reha right up the gut. Busts it across the 10. They're inside the Central Med red zone down at the 8-yard line.
Hey,
And the
Don,
Chargers
Chuck,
are
if
a
you guys were
couple of
wondering why
plays
there's so
away.
much gold down here on the sideline, it's because it's a gold out tonight, and the student section is going wild hoping for this W right now.
All right, a gold out in honor of Goldberg. No, I don't know that. Reha stops short of the 5. He's at the 6-yard line.
They're getting some dirty yards up the middle, boy. They've really found something here in the second half. And again, it's twofold, right? You're not only getting your yards, but you're eating the clock as well.
5:18 to go. Clock runs for Jordan Ballin. 3rd down and 2. They hand it to Reha. They like what they've got there. And I believe he moves the chains. It'll be 1st down and goal. A countywide service company first down. They'll have 4 cracks at it from here. Down a touchdown and an extra point. The Champion fans on their feet. Baldwin gonna roll out, lob it, got a man wide open. Touchdown Chargers. They can tie it up with an extra point.
I don't know who enjoyed that more, the student section or Matthew T. Roy. What a drive by Bernie Champion. They're an extra point away from tying up this ball game, and what a play call there, right? We talked about how much success Bernie Champion has, blood and gutsing him up the middle, and then they fake the run and got a guy wide open in the end zone passing it.
Boley was wide open, and the Chargers have come back from 31-17 to tie it up in the 4th quarter. Can Canyon drive the field to win it? We're coming back with the finale in the last 5 minutes.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
Well, this night started off in jeopardy because of some inclement weather. Instead, it's been uninterrupted. And what a football game we've had for you tonight on Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm. The Canyon Cougars have jumped out to a big lead multiple times, only to see the Champion Chargers rally. It was 14-0. It was 17-7. It was 31-14.
That was an elite mullet, by the way. Top of the line. I got to get that kid's barber. Unfortunately, where he grows it, I can't anymore.
That ball will be down into the end zone, and so here comes
Look at that.
I saw that kid earlier. I said, hey, nice mullet. He just looked at me like, shut up.
Oh, he didn't acknowledge you, huh?
Shut up,
that
old
goes
man.
along with the mullet. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, we talked about it right to start the second half. Would Bernie Champion be able to overcome the basically back-to-back drives for touchdowns? The end of the second quarter, start the third quarter where they got 14 points. Bernie Champion has answered the bell here in the 4th.
The junior transfer from Westlake trying to do the same. He's pressured. All the momentum with the Chargers right now. Patrick Price putting the pressure on him. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and this Boerne champion defense has 100% flipped the script in this ball game. I mean, they have been amazing here in the second half. Totally different football team after that first drive of the third quarter.
They've got all the mo right now. Dietrich gonna pitch it out, not going anywhere. The grit shows as he battles for about a yard, but the Charger defense all over that one. The linebacking core has been solid all night. Sias Miller, Patrick Price again.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been one heck of a turnaround. Gage Goldberg calling out the defensive play calls right now. See what they got in store here on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7. Get off the field if you're the Chargers. That's been the motto in the second half. Slant caught, and it's going to be close. They're going to rule it incomplete. And I think that was a great job by the defensive back to wrestle that football for the entirety of the catch, because I think he had it, and I think that right arm reaches in and strips it out.
Yeah, it was just a great play all the way around. Great route, great pass, just couldn't find the ears.
Ryder Hopper couldn't quite bring it in, so for only the 2nd time tonight, the Cougars will punt it away, this time into that wind, and it's not going to go far. It's going to check up, and the Chargers will have 4:02. They've scored 17 straight. Another point will win it for them. We've got another player profile. Ryder Hooper has had a couple of nice catches tonight. He's a 3-year letterman. He's the guy that I was talking about earlier, the speedster at the 4x1 and 2. And he's planning to walk on at Blinn and transfer to A&M and be an Aggie. All the momentum on the side of the champion Chargers.
Yeah, and you talk about how well everything went for New Braunfels Canyon in terms of managing the first half. All of a sudden, Boerne champion, because of its defense now, has this game right where they want it.
Jordan Ballin going for the jugular. He's got Boley and he dropped it. Well, we've got a flag down at the 42-yard line, and we'll see if that's defensive holding or a pass interference call, as they may have tried to hold him up off his route. And it is. It's on the corner. Number 27, Luke Bell. And that was the only way he was going to slow Boley down on that play. That's a 10-yard penalty. Give him a new set of downs, as we remind you to vote for your Beyond the Game, or at least nominate your Beyond the Game teams that are going above and beyond to do great things in our community. Ballin rolling out. Now he's pressured, gets out of it somehow, going backwards. And the Cougars, a range of them, will drop him right at the 47. Is that correct, Coos? A range of Cougars, Chuck. And we've got a couple of them down, a pair.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been one physical football game right from start to finish. As you would expect, there are no bunnies in the league that these boys play in.
Boerne's had a lot of great quarterbacks over the years, both the Greyhounds and the Chargers. Let's flash back.
Free, same thing. Right up the middle, and Free may go all the way this time to the 15-10 touchdown. 2 plays, 2 runs. It's the John Free Show.
Just came out and played our game, so didn't try and let the TV affect us too much. And O-line does a great job, open up holes for everybody, so it was all around good team efforts.
Those kids are in their mid-30s now. Been doing this a long time on TNL, our 15th anniversary. The flashbacks brought to you by Chris Kotfus, who's been here from the beginning, and TNL is his baby, does a great job preparing these games and putting all the games online. Got a great archive catalog of TNL games over the years on the CW35.com, our YouTube channel as well, and it's fun for grandma and granddad to have forever, mom and dad. And one of these days, these kids will show it to their kids, say, I played on TV. No,
Right.
you didn't, Dad. Watch. Go to YouTube. Show them a great highlight.
Glad to see Gabe Benitez be able to walk off the field, Don. He's a heck of a shot putter as well.
2nd and 10. Ballin sends a man in motion, fires that way, and it's blown up. It was a costly penalty just a couple of snaps ago by that man, Luke Bell, but he makes up for it. Second time tonight he's come up and laid the wood.
Yeah, he had a 3:07 tee time here in the fourth quarter. Squared him up and strike him.
Made it clean. Big play here. 3rd down, 14. 2:43 to go. Ballin gonna be blitzed. Gets out of that trouble. Now he's gonna fire. Got a man down there and it's broken up. Might have been intercepted. It's just broken up, but a good defensive play by the secondary of the Canyon Cougars. Making the play is Parker Woodrum.
Well, that was just a great individual play by Bowen. I mean, because Canyon was bringing the heat, and boy, did he set up the guy that was trying to sack him. Very nice to extend that play.
Do you give him the ball here? If you don't convert, is it a quick kick? Ballin's your punter. What do you do?
I think you got to kick it here, right?
You got to kick it here. Back to receive it for the Canyon Cougars is their star and their speedster, Harry Hassman. We got all sorts of football this week coming up on all our family of channels, including the CW35. We've got NC State against VMI. And then on Fox, Penn State, Illinois, Western Kentucky, Ohio State, TCU, Houston in the Big 12. Saturday Night Football on NBC, Syracuse and Purdue. And then the NFL on Fox. Sunday, we've got the Colts and the Texans. And we've got the Dolphins and Patriots on Sunday Night Football this week. How about that Dolphin offense, huh?
Yeah, that was a heck of a win last week that they had against the Chargers. Tua leading the comeback. I apologize. They did an okey-doke on me. We were supposed to run the Packer game against the Falcons. I was looking forward to watching that, but I guess we're going to run the Texans instead. Can't blame the old station for doing that.
You got the whole package, don't you, right? You can watch Packers on
I used to, but
on your NFL Sunday ticket.
Yeah, now they switched it on me.
Ballin kicks it away, a high kick. Telling the guys to get away from it. And they'll down it at the 12.5. So, can Dietrich march the length of the field 88 yards in 2 minutes and 17 seconds? They had a 17-play drive to end the first half. Nate Leonard's going to have to dial one up here if they're going to be victorious in regulation.
Well, that was a huge stop, obviously, by the Canyon Cougars defense, who absolutely needed it after Bernie Champion went on their run. So just where you want it if you're Nate, right? 2:17 left to go, your hands on the football, chance to win the game in your first league game.
He's under pressure, he throws it away, he's outside the pocket, doesn't have to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they throw the flag. It didn't go to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to call intentional grounding.
So you lose the down, too. It's always a tough call to make, right? Because there was a receiver over there, and he was getting tackled from the right side.
It's going to be second down because the loss of down. The stick is wrong on the far side. Now it's right. 2nd and 15 from the 8. Dietrich double pumps it, fires incomplete, almost intercepted. And this Canyon offense that was clicking and could not miss in the first half, in the first drive of the third quarter, is now all of a sudden starting to feel the pressure. The fans are on their feet here at Boerne Stadium.
Well, their defensive line has done a really good job of getting their team, their entire team, back in this football game. They've also been great about dialing up pressures.
Dietrich going deep, got his man down there, intercepted. Playing the ball, is that Boley? It is. Both sides of the ball, Boley, holy moly. Sawyer Boley. What an athlete. And if you're wondering at home, I know you can't see me and Chuck in the booth, but that's what my arms look like.
Yeah, another guy's no stranger to the weight room, right? But you can see why they were so excited to get this guy on the offensive side of the ball, too. I mean, a dynamic dude with his hands on the football, electric athlete, electric student. Can't wait to see where this guy ends up playing collegiately.
What an athlete, huh?
Accurate.
He was the newcomer of the year as a sophomore, all district as a junior, and here as a senior, he's dominating this football game. Reha across the 40, across the 35. A field goal wins it. And the outstanding kicker, Nathan Bell, who kicked a 37-yarder into the wind, has the wind at his back. And the Chargers now just trying to move it further into his range and kind of stop the clock. They complete it to the outside. They may not need to do that. They complete it to Cameron Logan inside the Central Med red zone. And I don't think they're thinking field goal at all right now. They're thinking nail in the coffin.
You want to keep moving the football, obviously, but you want to chip away at that clock, too. Do not give New Braunfels Canyon another shot at this football game.
Now the clock management comes into play. It's a countywide service company first down. The champion Chargers were down 31-14. They've scored 17 straight, and another point will win it. They go to Reha to run clock. He goes off tackle to the left side, down at about the 17-yard line, and we're tick-tock inside a minute here in the final series.
Caleb Fuentes playing some defense, making a nice play there, and all of a sudden, as if God was a Boerne champion Charger, has put a stop to the wind.
The wind is dead right this second. Let's see if they're content to run the football and run more clock here. They give it to Reha up the middle to the 15. And Nathan Bell, perfect on the year, 14 for 14 on extra points. Tonight he's got a 37-yarder right into the teeth of a strong, probably 20-25 mile an hour wind in the first half. And they're going to run him out here. And they're going to spot it, the football at the 11. Probably be about a 28-yarder. And we're back in 15.
Hey San Antonio teens, are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
Hat on the Cougar. I hate cartoons. Welcome back. 31-31. This football game rests on the right foot of Nathan Bell. As I said, he's perfect on the year on his extra points. We've seen a 37-yarder tonight, and it would have been good from probably 50, and it was into the wind. He's got a slight wind at his back. Our statistician extraordinaire, Mark Kusenberger, says it's going to be right at about 33. And it'll be Jordan Ballin who will be the holder on the last play of the game. This would complete a 17-point comeback and be 20 straight unanswered points by the Chargers. Nate Leonard burns a timeout to make the young junior kicker think about it. Time for our collisions of the game, brought to you by Beluga Air. Whale of a collision, and we have multiple ones tonight. We've had some slobber knocking going on out there from both sides of the football. Started physical early, the Boerne defense into it. Canyon Cougars have matched it. Corners have been very physical for Canyon. But the Chargers, 23 offensive plays in the second half compared to just 9. Wow, or fourth quarter rather. 9 for Canyon. Nathan Bell for 20 unanswered and the win. Kick is up and it's good. And the Chargers walk it off in a comeback for the ages at home against the Canyon Cougars.
Tale of two halves, Don Harris. What a comeback. And a hats off to both sides of the football for Boerne champion, right? You're down like that, you've got to get some stops, give your offense a chance. And once Canyon got that first touchdown to start the third quarter, it was a completely different football team. Didn't think we would see it coming the way it was going.
And you know what? Matt Roy talked with Coach Ellis at the break. He said the key to the football game was third down. And both from the defensive side and the offensive side, that turned out to be exactly the case. In the first half, Dietrich was able to convert on third down after third down. In the second half, Boerne's defense, Champion's defense, got off the field and converted themselves with big runs by Reha. And how about the legs of Jordan Ballin getting that offense going? It's a tough call between Ballin and Sawyer Boley, who had the game go-ahead touchdown and also a saving interception on defense on both sides of the ball. Tough call for Brian Watson, the truck, who always chooses our player of the game.
Indeed he does. Oh my goodness, what a football game. Both of these teams selling out, balling out. You gotta love 13-5A action here on TNL as we take a look at our Ron Hoover play of the night.
Nathan Bell never in doubt just whether or not he was going to get out of the stadium alive.
Gee, he looked like a pro.
Right down Main Street. We're coming back. We're handing out the Monarch trophies, and we're seeing who's going to the San Antonio Zoo next.
Welcome to the Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights post-game show, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
Welcome back. The final 34-31. Let's go down to the field where Matt Roy is singing the Bernie Champion fight song. He knows all the words, Matt.
I don't know if I know all the words, but I guarantee you these guys do. Your victorious Bernie Champion Chargers, guys. Let's hear it. All right. So that last drive was phenomenal, but it doesn't happen without a certain play that happened right about over there by Sawyer Boley. Let's hear it. Where's he at? Come here. So we got our player of the game is Sawyer Boley. This is for you, my man. Thank you. You got 50 yards and a touchdown on the offensive side, and just like Travis Hunter from Colorado, I guess we play both ways here in Bernie Champion. You got an interception as well. And you're going to the San Antonio Zoo. This is for you. We got four tickets to the zoo, so you take that. You got that from our great zoo representative. Now, yeah, who's coming? Who's coming? He's going to school. All right. So Sawyer, what happened? Walk me through the interception real quick. Like, what'd you see? And then, like, do you put sticko on your hands to catch that one? Like, how'd that happen?
Well, it was 3rd and long. It's end of the game. I know they're going deep. We got put into cover 4. I pretty much just ran the route for the receiver. I'm lucky I made the catch. I dropped one earlier, but I hope that made up for it.
I think it more than made up for it. And then as you guys are going through the game, you're down by 17 points. Now you got a 20-0, basically, a run to end the game. How's that make you feel, and how's the outlook for the rest of the season?
Feels awesome. That goes to this whole team. The bond on this team is so strong. I've never been a part of anything like it. It just shows how much we fight together. And for the rest of the season, I'm just excited to see what we can do. And I'm definitely, sorry. It's a long game. Long game. All right. But I'm sure we're going to make a playoff run, and we're going to surprise a lot of people.
All right, man. Well, congratulations to you. Coach, get you up here. You want the trophy? Come here. All right, well, Coach, you guys had a 20, came back. You said you had to stop the big plays in the second half. How do you guys think you did that, especially bouncing back after you allowed that touchdown right coming out of halftime?
Well, we just did a good job at half, making adjustments. We talked to our guys about simplifying things. We got Sawyer touches. That's what we talked about at half. And then we eliminated the big play. We got good pressure on these guys in the second half. So guys did a tremendous job. We talk about a lot of things around here. We talk about being relentless and tough all the time, and they exemplified that tonight. These guys did a great job.
Coach, you guys are staying in the win column once again. What's the outlook for the rest of the season? What's the potential for this squad?
We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're excited for the season, and we're 1 week at a time. And we're going to enjoy this tonight. We're going to go 1-0 next week.
And then we're going to school, guys. We're going to school tomorrow. All right, well, Coach, congratulations on a win. This is for you guys, and this is for you, my dear.
Yeah,
there we go. Let's go for your Bernie Champion Chargers. Congratulations, guys.
What a comeback by the champion Chargers. We're back to wrap it up when we come back.
All right, Coach. All right, guys. We are joined by Sawyer Bully, the player of the game, after a heck of a performance.